Well, welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer on what is Boxing Day here in the UK, and it's 7:30 in the evening because I know I have a few people come in the chat from other parts of the world. So just to give you a little bit of info there. So it is live stream number 12, I think it is now, and managing Palermo over in Italy, and we were in the second division when I took them over. Got them promoted in the first season. We went up as champions. Unfortunately, the glitch in the game didn't show us lifting the shiny silverware, which is always disappointing. But we got promoted into Serie A over in Italy. And the first season in there, we were overachieving. There's no doubt. We were top of Serie A for quite a while, and we were beat early on in the season. We beat teams like AC Milan and Juventus and whatever. And then last, what day are we on now? Friday. So last Monday's live stream, I think it was, the wheels started to come off a little bit. We started losing a few games, drawing a few games. And then Monday's live stream was an absolute car crash. Nothing that I did would make any difference. We were just losing games. We were 3-0 up in one game. And I thought, right, okay, here we go. This is where we turn it round. 3-0 up, and then we drew it 3-3. And there was so many, I don't know, it was just, my head was shot. I really didn't know what day it was. I didn't know which way to turn with it. So anyway, let me just have a look at Stevie. Hi, Stevie. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. Morning, Alex. How are you doing, mate? How are you doing, Mike? I mean, it's been. I was in two minds whether to do tonight's live stream. I'm absolutely shattered. It's this week has been a bit mental, really, because I've had two videos to record for the Bradford save. I had to get them backed up, ready so I could just press the button. And then at the last minute, I realised the Wednesday's Bradford save, I'd not actually edited it at all after having done the Friday one. So I had to do all of that. And then in the meantime, me and my granddaughter were doing all the desserts for Christmas Day. So Wednesday she came round and we made fresh cream roulade, we made a chocolate log, and we made some strawberry buns. So it was a busy day Wednesday. So usually for me, I like to stay quite chilled out. I mean, I'm 73 now, so chucking myself about doing stuff like that, it's really sapping. And then obviously yesterday, I was up at 7:30 or what I said, no, 7 o'clock I think it was, round to my daughter's, watched the kids open the presents. Then we went round to my son's, had Christmas dinner there. So, I mean, it was great. It's been a great week, but I'm absolutely shattered. So yeah, I mean, how are you all doing? Have you had a good Christmas day, and how's your Boxing Day been? It's it's a funny time of the year, isn't it? Christmas. You have to keep pinching yourself to see what day it is, because everything gets out of, and then we've now got that lull, haven't we, between Christmas and New Year. Okay, so back to Palermo, and yes, I don't think I could say the wheels came off. I mean, the truck that the wheels would come off just completely vanished. It was, I don't know. I literally have no ideas. It's the 27th, right? Okay, Alex. Yeah, of course. You are a bit further forward. Have you had a nice Christmas, Alex? Has it been okay? It's always a bit stressful, isn't it, working up to it? And then, the reason we had a Christmas dinner at my son's was that over the last few years, I've decided to push the boat out and take the family out for Christmas dinner. So the year before last, I managed to do it, and last year I managed to do it. This year, even though I started looking in like October time, there was just nowhere available. And I tried all the restaurants around here, and nothing available. So in the end, my son said, "Oh, like he's got a reasonable sized house," so he said, "Come round here." Ate too much as usual. Yeah, it was. We had a really scrummy Christmas lunch yesterday, and then, like I say, me and my granddaughter had made a fresh cream roulade, which we made the coulis as well, a raspberry and strawberry coulis to go in it, and that was really nice, very, very nice indeed. Okay, so just a little bit of a disclaimer then. After Monday's episode, I kind of went to bed, mulled it over, got up the next day, and I thought, right, I've got one or two options here. I can carry on. I mean, was there about 10, 12 games to go of the season? I can carry on, but it's not going to be much fun because in many ways it's pointless me live streaming if I'm losing a lot of games, because I'm not a good loser. I am a very, very, very bad loser. I always have been. And that isn't going to change. I can't smile and be jovial and happy when my team's not doing well. And also when the game's screwing you. And you have to say that with Football Manager. You know when the game's screwing you. I can tell in the first 10 minutes of a game when, whether we're going to win it or lose it. You shouldn't be able to do that, but I can do. I think it's changed a little bit in FM26. I'm seeing one or two late goals that actually get you the points, but it doesn't happen too many times. But, yeah, so, I think, once again, I'm not very proud to say it, but, if I'm winning and I'm live streaming, it's great. I'm happy as Larry. If I'm live streaming and I'm losing, it's not the greatest of spectacles. But anyway, it is what it is. I think decisions have got to be made about that, but I don't know down the line. So, there were one or two kind of ways I could have gone with that. But in the end, I decided I'm going to holiday till the end of the season. Because if I'm going to come on and live stream, that whole live stream, well, it would have been tonight's, wouldn't it? It would have been a continuation of the really bad streak that we were having. And, with the game just continually screwing me. And I can't put up with that. It's not great when the game is making you look a fool on camera. It may well do tonight. I don't know. I've made a lot of decisions and I've done a lot of things to try and change it round, but whether it will or not, I don't know. Bearing in mind that Roma, I'm just looking at the screen now, Roma have spent 66 million. It's a record. Roma have spent 66 million in the summer. I've not been able to spend anywhere near that, a tenth maybe of that. So it is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, it's a holiday to the end of the season, and we'll have a look at the results in a minute. I just have to hold on a second. My PS5 very nearly went into rest mode then. Don't give you too long, does it? And then I thought, right, what I'll do is I'll do a transfer window then off camera, take my time, and what I've done is I've basically I've kind of used this is what kind of annoyed me on Monday, because that Palermo team had been top of Serie A. They'd walked the second division, and it's not the greatest team on earth, but it had been doing really well. And all of a sudden, the switch was flicked, and we just fell off a cliff. And when everything's going right, you don't tend to analyse too much because it's going right. As soon as you fall off a cliff, then the analysis comes in then. And maybe this, maybe that, lines too low, too high. You're getting done here. This player's no good, that player's no good. Get rid of him, do this, do that, do the other. Which is fair dues, because I've said before, it's a live stream. I want everybody to be involved. want everybody to participate. But Alex was saying, you know, right, let's have a look at your players. And most of them were a balanced mentality. One or two were even worse than that. And, you know, that may be a reason why. Now, I've never looked at that. I've been playing Football Manager now for years. And I've never, ever really... I think when I first started playing it, I looked at the players' personalities when I very first started playing it. But I don't know, I think I went away from that and focused on other things, which always seemed to work for me. So I haven't looked at player personalities for years now. You know, FM 22, 23, 24, never looked at a player's personality, ever. Not a thing. So I thought, right, okay then, let's combine Alex's principle with my principles. So when I look for a player, if I can, doesn't always work, if I can, I try to get good work rate, teamwork and determination, and then build other stats around, obviously for the position that they're playing in. So I thought, right, okay, the first thing I'm going to look at then, if a player is balanced, bin him. I'm not even looking at him. If he's balanced or worse or whatever, I'm binning him. You know, whereas FM 22, 23, 24, he would have got a look in. If his other stats worked, fine, not a problem. So I thought, right, balanced, bin him. So I went for, you know, professional, determined, and all of that kind of thing. But then coupled in with, you know, the work rate, teamwork, determination and all of that. So hopefully I've built a team here who are a lot more mentally strong and obviously mixing in there with other stats that work for a position. Whether that works or not, I don't know. But for me personally, I'm using this as a bit of a trial because, you know, if that works, then I may well start using that in the future, you know, when I'm selecting players. Okay, that's a hell of a lot of waffling there. Let's jump into the game and let's have a look. And of course, this has changed. Why has it changed? What we want now, we want recruitment. I had all of this set up. And then the game decided to very nearly shut down. My game did crash as well, by the way, in the week. It did crash once again. Transfer history. There we go. Okay. So I have tried to... Quite a few players end the contract, so they went. A lot of them were balanced personality and whatever, so that was no great loss. Imperiale, who I brought in, we actually sold to Levante and 1.9 million fee for him. Nicolau, I think I brought him in as well. He's got a Sampdoria, 775,000. Vasic, 2.9 million. And it actually, what I quite like about this, it actually gives you the profit on there as well. You don't have to go searching for that, so that's really good. A Desplanche. So that my goalkeeper, I don't know whether a lot of the problems were down to my goalkeeper, because he was like a balanced mentality, or maybe fairly sporting or something like that. I did a bit of research on all. I mean, Alex sent me some stuff through as well that I had a look at, but I've done quite a bit of research on, you know, the desirable things and whatever. Team-wide determination does help a lot, improves determination players in the youth squad, which helps their development. A determined team will be better when going behind in matches. Hiya, JX, mate. Are you all right? Yeah, everything's fine. Have you had a good Christmas, mate? Yeah, well, like I say, Mike, I mean, generally, I would say 95% of the players that I've signed in FM 22, 23, 24 were all good teamwork, good work rate, and good determination. And that's always served me well. Whether I've just fallen unlucky, whether I've been, let's twist that around, whether I've been very lucky in other versions of Football Manager and other saves, in that I've signed players on that basis, and I've maybe got 3 or 4 players in a team with a personality that's not that great. But then the rest of them have all had to get, so it's balanced it out and overall. Whereas this team, I don't know whether if I had maybe only 2 of the squad were professional or driven or determined. So maybe there were too many that were balanced. And of course, everything combines, does it? It's not, like I think we said on Monday, it's not just one thing, it's the combination of a lot of things. So, maybe that combined with the fact that we're Palermo, we don't have a lot of money. I don't even know whether we're expected to be in Serie A. I don't know. So the combination of all of those kind of things. I'm looking forward to the stream while I do a few matches myself. Yeah, everybody seems to play at Football Manager while they're watching. I don't think I could do that. I'm not very good at doing 2 things at once. But anyway, like I say, it's just a bit of a test and a trial list tonight to see whether or not this as a part of the puzzle, as a part of the jigsaw, does work. It may well not do. I don't know. But yeah, so Desplanche. Now, when I started that last season, I started with the other goalkeeper. What's he called? What was he called, the other goalkeeper? I've actually scrubbed it out now because he's gone. But he began with a P. And he was a decent goalkeeper. And then he got injured, and I brought Desplanche in, who actually, after maybe 6 or 7 games, became a better keeper than the one I had in originally. So I kept him in there. But he had a balanced mentality as well. So I don't know. I don't know whether I'm putting a lot of the problems down to my goalkeeper. But anyway, I thought, right, okay, I'm going to sell all my goalkeepers. They're all going. And I'll bring new goalkeepers in who have got a determined or driven. Let's see if it works out. I mean, Alex, this is just, I've said many times before, I don't want the live stream to me just prattling on and you all just sit there and listen. I want it to be a bit of an interactive thing, and if something's not going right or there's some suggestions on whatever that I can do, then let's give it a go. And that's what we're doing. I'm not allowed to sign anybody, just got to use the youth setup for AZ Alkmaar. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these, I've been thinking about this today actually, about my own channel and whether or not what I'm doing is actually going to be attractive. Because I think a lot of the big streamers have said that they don't think that the format that a lot of us have been using over the years, the journeyman, whether that's actually relevant anymore. And I'm still doing that kind of thing. I mean, I kind of quite enjoy it, but then if it's not getting any views, then so yeah, I mean, that's a worthwhile thing to, maybe I might think about doing something like that as well. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to this. So yeah, Desplanches went, got rid of all my goalkeepers and brought brand new ones in. The centre-back Barney, who at one stage was a regular starter, he went out 725,000. Blin, I think he was my DM or one of them. He went end of contract. And Mosovic, there he is. I didn't scroll down enough. So yeah, Mosovic, one of the centre-backs. We actually bought him on a free, sold him for 1.8 million. So a total profit on him. And then, yeah, Pizignacio was the keeper. So I started with him at the beginning of last season, and then he got injured. But I sold him, 725,000 gone. Yeah, Alex, yeah. I mean, personally, I think this applies to a lot of life, doesn't it? I always say that anybody who thinks that whatever sphere of life, whatever age they are, whatever, if anybody thinks that they are perfect and everything that they're doing is perfect, then they're lying to themselves and everybody else, because they're not. Nobody in this world is perfect. Nobody gets things right all of the time. You know, you see it, don't you? When you get in your car and you drive out on. I mean, was it yesterday or the day before? Might have been the day before. I'd been out for 5 minutes and I got cut up by a van, and as soon as I'd passed that, then some other buffoon did something, you know. And they're the ones who'll be bibbing their own at you when they're in the wrong, you know. I mean, that's a bit of a diversion. But yeah, I mean, it's all trial and error, isn't it? And I think, you know, the more you play the game, the more you watch people playing, the more advice you take, then the more you understand the game and the better at it you get. Okay, so let's have a look what we've been doing, bringing players in. As you can see, I brought a lot of players in. So we've brought in, let me see now. Are these, yes they are, aren't they, for 7th? Peeringer. Yeah, so Marvin Peeringer's come in from Heidenheim. He's another striker. Obviously had... what was he called? Mabama, didn't we, from City? But he had a balanced mentality as well. I think he scored 3 goals all the time he was with us. Not great. So we've signed this lad, and okay, you know, I've not got it right all of the time, but then trying to find, you know, a squad of driven players, it's virtually impossible. So he's fairly determined. 3.5 star, 27-year-old German, 6'3". So hopefully, I mean, let's hope he's one of those cliche ones where he's good on the ground for a big lad. But also, hopefully, he can head the ball as well. So looks okay, you know. Once again, you have to cut your cloth, don't you? I can't afford to bring in very expensive players. But he looks okay. So that's an extra striker in. Nürnberg next. Florian Flick. And he's resolute as... and it's all new for me, this, because I've never looked at that section. I've never looked at it, really. 6'2", German defensive midfielder. So he can play at centre-back if we need him to. Once again, he's not the greatest player, but he's got a lot of experience. Work rate of 17, teamwork of 16, determination of 16. So I've tried to go back to the drawing board a little bit and bring players in who are going to be very determined, and, you know, the teamwork, work rate and all of that kind of thing. So that's a new DM in. Robert Wagner, I think he is another... These are all coming on free transfers, by the way. Robert Wagner, he's another DM. German again, 24-year-old. Resolute, box-to-box midfielder. 16 for stamina. His mentals are pretty good. And once again, the work rate, teamwork and determination. I mean, you know, in 2.5 hours' time, when we probably lost every game for the last 7 or 8 games, I'll be like, I don't know, I give up. It's no idea. So that's Wagner. We've got, so the wing backs, I have changed my formation and tactic, by the way, as well. So I am playing with high wing backs here. They're going to provide the width. So this lad is quick, Hugo Rincon. He's resolute as well. All the usual stuff. A little bit low on teamwork, but not too bad. But he's going to be my starting right wing back. Once again, looks okay. I mean, bearing in mind that Roma, they paid out 18.25 million for their new centre forward. I mean, I would have kind of killed for that kind of money. But then, it is what it is, isn't it? Julian Kral, what's he? Cost me 800,000. What's he? Oh, he's my backup goalkeeper, and he was quite happy to come in as a backup. So not too bad, 6'4", and generally got. I mean, his communication's a little bit low, handling's a little bit low, but he is the backup. So yeah, resolute again. So I binned all my goalkeepers off, brought new goalkeepers in. And I suppose maybe early doors, this might be a little bit of a downfall in that, I've got a lot of new players in. And will they get used to each other quickly? Gallo from Torino, 5 million for this lad. He is going to be, once again, starting a little bit higher. He's a 4-star left wing back. Once again, looks, I would say good to very good. Resolute personality. He can get up and down that left-hand side. He's going to be the starting left wing back this season. There's quite a lot of these to go through. Valentin Gomez, Real Hispalis, 3.9 million. He is going to play centre-back. We are playing with 3 centre-backs in the system now. So I needed somebody. He's only 5'11", but he's left-footed. Hopefully the other 2 lads who are tall can get everything in the air. But I think I am playing him as a ball-playing centre-back as well. I can't remember now, but... Resolute again, another resolute personality. Tim Ullman, Leverkusen, another centre back, 6'2", quite quick as well, 16 for pace. Once again, though, work rate, teamwork, determination, 16, 15s, and he looks okay. He's only a 2.5 star, but I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it, really? I would have liked him to have been at least a 3.5 star to get me going this season, but it is what it is. So he looks okay. New goalkeeper from Southampton, Gavin Bazunu. He's my new starting goalkeeper. He was actually shown to me as a 4-star with 4.5 star potential. When he hit the ground, he was 3-star with 4-star potential. We'll have to see. But once again, resolute. So it's going to be a resolute experiment, this. It's, like I say, I've not really done this before. But, it makes sense to me. Everything that Alex said makes sense. Because if you've got flaky players with a flaky personality, it's never going to end well, is it, really? So it makes a lot of sense. But, so 2 brand new goalkeepers in, Bazunu being the number 1. Rykov came in on a free. He is I think I signed him very near to deadline day, 22-year-old Dutch striker. And I think he has scored a goal for me. He seems to know where the net is. You can normally tell with these, like when you bring him in, like that Mbama. I mean, he was, like the first couple of games I played him, he was hitting the corner flag from like 3 yards out and putting it into row Z, and you're like, oh, hold on a minute. You could tell straight away he wasn't going to be the striker that you want. He's come in. He looks okay. He's only 2-star, but like I say, once again, I don't have the money to buy £18.25 million strikers. And I have gone back to City. They're our parent club. Alex, there's a theme. There definitely is, Alex. I did one last year when I had to win the Prem and Champions with 10 years with Bristol City. Won't be in the top tier forever, but I was only allowed to buy players from the UK and Ireland. My God, Mike, you certainly know how to make things hard for yourself. I don't like the Premier League. I find it really difficult. But yeah, that's a tough one, that, Mike. It's a tough one. Yeah, so Devine Mukasa we've taken. He's one of the prospects in real life. City, I think City have got high hopes for him. But 20-year-old attacking midfield player, and he is determined. He's only 20, so his stats are not amazing, but he is going to sit on the bench a lot. I mean, City want him to start. I've had to sign him as an important player. They want him to start every game, but I don't think that's going to end well. Right, I think that's it. Loads of new players in there. Let's have a look at the finances. So, hold on a minute. So we got, is that 22 million in the bank? 22 million? That doesn't sound right, actually, that. Let's have a look at the old... Okay, so I've got no transfer budget left. I mean, as you can see, I've not spent a lot. I think they gave me something like... The transfer budget was about 6 million, I think. And I did raise a little bit of money. So I think I've spent about 10 or something like that. You call the team Athletic Brick Pile. Oh my God. And I've got £9,000 a week on the wage budget available. So I'm more or less spent up now. Whether we can actually do a job in this league. So that's another thing. So beginning of last season, I'm pretty sure the board requirement was mid-table. This season, it's avoid relegation at all costs. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Right. So let's have a look what I'm doing. So this is what I'm doing. I've noticed a lot of teams in Italy play this kind of formation with 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, and then like the middle changes a little bit and then maybe 2 strikers or something like that. So that's what I'm playing at the moment. 3 centre-backs, the 2 wingers getting high and providing the width. And then I've got Wagner. Well, in fact, I think I've got an injury somewhere. I've got to get myself used to this again. There's a lot happened since Monday. So let's have a look at the... where do I find that now? I find that in match day. In here, don't I? No, not that. Not that. Find that in here. And then I go to 26, 27. Okay, so I can't remember where did we leave off at, was it Celeste? It might have been Celeste we left off in the last stream. We got beat 3-1. Or was it Fiorentina? I can't remember now. But anyway, like I say, I holidayed forward. We got beat by Fiorentina. A draw to Bologna. Got battered by Inter Milan. A draw against Sassuolo. Como. I mean, even holidaying forward, it wasn't doing me any favours. 1-1 draw in that. I mean, the last time we'd won a game was right back here. 13th of January, we beat Inter Milan 2-1. And then it just fell off a cliff. I've never, ever known, in the whole time I've been playing Football Manager, I've never known that kind of form. Reggiana, we couldn't even beat them, 2-1 loss. And then bizarrely, we beat Genoa 2-1 and Pisa 3-1. Last 3 games of the season, we got beat by Empoli. So it didn't get any better. I kind of thought, maybe it's me. Maybe it's the way I don't know, I'm not sure. Let's just holiday, let the assistant manager deal with it and see if he can get some results. He didn't do any better either, really. Okay, I have played, have I played 1 or 2 games just to get me to the end of the transfer window? Because like I say, in Rykov, he came in more or less on transfer deadline day. So we had a Genoa, they beat us 1-0 in a friendly. I mean, it's been going okay. I would have expected to beat US Lecce because they've just been promoted from the second division. So, but even so, a 2-0 win was. It's nice to get some shiny green dots, if I'm honest. And then we just about managed to get past Roma, who, by the way, have got that new 18.25 million striker. Okay, so the beginning of the season, Roma, AC Milan, Sampdoria, and not the greatest starts to a season. We'll just have to see how it goes now. I mean, I'm expected to get beat by AC Milan. I can't see us beating them. Like I say, the board requirement this season is to avoid relegation at all costs. So the board have not got a great lot of confidence. Okay, so I mean, as expected, it's Boxing Day, so don't know the big question. Where are your GGT shirts? I'm on holiday, Stevie. I just can't. I thought, right, to be quite honest, as I said before, I've been intending to do this all week. I thought, right, I'm coming back on Friday, all guns blazing, load of new signings, we're in for it. And then after yesterday, it was a really tiring day, and then I got up this morning. I was tired this morning. I was shattered. I've had a kip today as well, but I'm still whacked now. I think if I hadn't fired myself up to do it, I probably would have postponed tonight. And then I thought, right, okay, come on, let's do it. Shall I change my shirt? You know what? I can't be arsed. I'm just in one of them moods. I think a lot of people are like that on Boxing Day, aren't they? I just can't be arsed. So, yeah, you'll have to make do with the Neil Young T-shirt, I'm afraid. Right, okay. I mean, that's why I like the live streams, because we get into conversations that have nothing to do with football. Like, the mince pie chat and... What are you wearing tonight? Describe what you're wearing. And why have you not got your GGT shirt on? Laziness. That's what I put it down to. Laziness. Nothing wrong with Neil Young. There definitely isn't nothing wrong with Alex. With Neil Young, Alex. Yeah, it's. I think today I need to apply to myself the attributes. Because today, if I was going to give myself marks for determination, work rate and teamwork, it'd probably be a 7 for determination, probably a 7 for teamwork, work rate, probably a 4 or a 5, really. I'm not, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Right, let's get into some football. I don't think there's much else to show there. Like I say, I played the... I'll tell you what, the other one as well played. Italian Cup first round, Venezia. We beat them 3-0. So, I think we just have to get used to them shiny green dots, because I think from here on, it probably is going to go pear-shaped again. But, I don't know. It is what it is. But I do need to think about, I need to seriously think about interesting things that I can do with Football Manager, because all of the things that I do have already been done by much better people than me, and I do need to try and come up with something a bit different to get my thinking cap on. Right, let's continue. I tell you, my son bought me the new Assassin's Creed for Christmas. So I'd started loading it this morning at about 10:30, I think it was. And it's still only halfway loaded now. I don't know whether there's a fault. It's 128 gig. So PS5s have a solid state in them. I would have thought that would have loaded a lot quicker than that. But I don't know whether there's a fault with it. But it's only halfway loaded, which is a little bit worrying, really. Because obviously I've had to take that disc out to put the Football Manager one back in. So, anyway. So I'm doing a 100-year save. Gordon Bennett. Yeah, we can't do that on the console though, Alex. I don't. We're limited, aren't we? Is it 30 years or something? Yeah, and the subject to Neil Young, very proudly wearing my Neil Young shirt. Neil Young is just amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I've done nothing all day. Well, that's what I thought, Stevie. You know, it's like it's. I kind of feel like it's, you know, like you have those days at the office where it's like wear what you want day. You don't have to wear a suit and tie. You can wear what you want. I kind of feel like that. It is what it is. You never know. I might turn up with my Led Zeppelin shirt on my AC/DC shirt. I might turn up with that on Monday. Don't look very professional, though, does it? You know, if there's anybody that pops their head in, it's like, well, who's this old buffoon wearing a Neil Young shirt? What's that all about? Right, okay, yeah. So Macassa there scores on Palermo debut, so he's scored already, which is a good thing. Right, I think I did change some of my backroom staff as well. Can't remember now. Did I change some of my backroom staff? I think I've got a new chief scouting. Yeah, I think I have, because they were all Italians, weren't they? I've got Jose Fontes now as a new chief scout. We shall see. The idea is that one career, instead of starting a new save back in 20, you holiday for 5 years and start a new manager in the current save you have. All right, okay. So how long do you stay at a club then before you holiday forward 5 years? I mean, there's lots of interesting things you can do, isn't there, with Football Manager? Arana, nope, thank you. Nope, we don't want to. I know he's not happy, but he will be when I start playing him a bit more. I think he's on the transfer list at the moment. Because you see, I mean, once again here, and this is another, I don't like to keep banging on too much about Sports Interactive and the way that the game plays, but this is another thing. So Arana has come to me. He's out injured a lot, so once again, that's bonkers. But he's come to me, I'm not playing enough. I want to go on the transfer list. So, well, okay then. He's got a value of 5.75 million. I think that probably would be a record for us if I got that kind of money. Is anybody going to come in and offer that? No, they're not. This is about the third loan I've turned down for him. The game won't give you the 5.75 million, which to me would be invaluable. If I'm losing a good player, I need that money coming in to go and buy somebody else. No, they won't do that. They want to offer you a loan for him instead of a sale. And once again, it's another one of those things. Curveballs and levels of difficulty. Not a club. All right, okay. That sounds very complicated, Alex. Very complicated indeed. That's probably why I stick to the journeyman type saves, because I understand them. I'm a simple chap at heart. Right, okay, let's... so if anybody has joined the stream of Bob the Red round the corner, we are playing the console version of a Football Manager 2026, managing Palermo. We've just had a transfer window where I've basically binned 3/4 of the squad and brought new players in. And, well, we're starting a new season now where the board requirement is to avoid relegation. But let's see if we can do a little bit better than that. Okay, so right before a game, Gallo is injured, who is my Dubasarski is a very, very good player. He is a very, very good player. But at the moment, he's getting one injury after another. So he's out injured again. Although I don't think the game is till... I don't think the next game's till the 10th. So they might be... Hiya, Trevor, you alright, mate? Have you had a decent Christmas? Yeah, I mean, personally, yeah, I'm absolutely shattered today, so I don't think my energy levels are going to be great. I mean, I've been that lazy, I've not even put my shirt on, and the chat have already picked me up on that. What you doing? You're lazy. Get your shirt sorted out. But in game, I mean, Crowley's injured as well. Right, okay, so that's 3 injuries. I mean, the game needs to give me a little bit of a break, I feel, because, you know, it's not the greatest team, this. It's very resolute, but it's not the greatest team. 4 to 5 weeks, that's Kral out. So that's my backup goalkeeper out for 4 to 5 weeks. Okay. I wish they'd change that. I'd like it to land on the inbox if possible. I tell you what, it's been absolutely bitter here in Preston. My God, yesterday was so cold. It was horrible. And I did have to go out a few times. I mean, obviously, I went out to go to my daughters. Then we had to go out again and got my sons. And then I had to come back here to my flat and pick up the desserts. So I was out in it quite a lot yesterday. And I made the mistake of coming out when I was coming to pick the desserts up. I had my party hat on out of my cracker. And I very quickly took that off and put my woolly hat on. So cold. It's not been nice here at all. I can't wait for summer to come back. So one thing I really don't like about this country is the winter months. Can't be doing with the cold weather. It's horrible. And we've not had any snow yet. I mean, snow is the pits. Right. Review team selection. Okay, have we got a team that we can put out after all of that? Yeah, I think we have, haven't we? Right, okay, let's have a look. So that Dubersky, whatever he's called. Where's he gone now? Yeah, I'm trying to sell a Wusu, but the game just won't let me sell him. Right, let me just have a look here now. We need a Rana on the bench. We need to get him on the pitch. He's on a fitness, so I'll bring him on at some stage. Peda needs to come in at centre-back. Right, who have we got? Kral is injured. Right, okay, so we'll bring... Wood needs... He's one of my good centre-backs. He's one of the ones I had from last season. Wood. I bought him in, didn't I? But he's fairly determined, so I've kept hold of him. But once again, he's been injured, so we have suffered a little bit with injuries. Right, let's have a look then. So we've got Rincon and Gallo on the wing backs, Wagner and Dubasarski at DM, Gomez, Siebert and Peda across the back. Yeah, I think Ranocchia is playing forward and Rykov and Peeringer up top. So is Peeringer's match fit now, so makes sense to start him above Ascende. Right, let's go with this. So we are playing, and don't shout at me, but we're playing wing back. But these lads here, because if you read the description of wing back, it's like using the flanks. Well, using them wing backs to get up and down is using the flanks. I'm not playing with wingers, but we're using the flanks and getting the ball into the target forward. Right, let's give that a save. See how it's going. Yeah, I didn't know how tonight would go, really. I thought Boxing Day. So is it like a captive audience? There's going to be like loads of people at home. So maybe people who have bought the game or had the game bought for them, and they're maybe looking for stuff online. So I didn't know whether it'd be like really busy or really quiet. It looks like it's going to be really quiet. Okay, it's AC Milan. I mean, we beat these at the beginning of the season last season. I don't think we'll do it this season. That sounds like quite an interesting, complex save, that, Alex. I don't know whether I'm happy with the balanced mentality. Let's see how it goes. They're playing 4 across the back. When is the Inverness Caledonian Thistle save coming? Oh my God. I mean, if I get sacked from Palermo, it might be my next destination. Oh, Ranocchio, pull that shot really wide. He did brilliantly until the finish, the ticker says there. Okay, so we're taking the game to AC Milan in the opening stages. 2 shots, 1 on target, XG of 0.32. I don't think I'm going to go at them though, because it's AC Milan. Don't want to leave myself open at the back. Inverness Caledonian Thistle, my God. One of these days I will do a save in Scotland. I don't know whether it'll be with Inverness Caledonian Thistle, but I will do a save in Scotland. Okay, bobbing on to the save without Bellingham, Muppet, etc. Of all the stars retire, new stars emerge, new giant clubs. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I get your point, Alex. Yeah, it is a good point. But I think the max on console's 30 years. I think it is. And with the way that Football Manager plays, they probably still have Mbappe and Bellingham playing in a 30-year save. Right, okay, let's address the team. I'm going to say I'm pleased. That's okay, that. A draw here is a good result, isn't it? Very good result. We need to try and avoid the injuries, though. It's going to be hard enough, this save, without getting injuries. Because I bought players in 4 positions. If they get injured, the backups are not as good, really. Right, they've come back into it a bit, AC Milan. You can't holiday 100. No, you can't, Alex. No, I think, unless somebody knows any different, I think the maximum that you can do in console is 30 years, I think. Here we go. Is this going to be the goal? No, they've given the ball away. We've given it straight back to them. Crossbar. that sucks. Yeah, there's a lot of things that suck about the console version, Alex. But I mean, it doesn't affect me because I never do that kind of save really. So SFC Joey, you're very welcome, mate. It's nice to see somebody coming in and commenting. Yeah, so you've said there it is 30 years. In an 8NG game, you can't advance. Because I mean, that kind of save is that would make that's the kind of thing, Alex, that like Tom FM does. He gets like hundreds of thousands of views on that kind of save because it's not the standard journeyman thing. It's something a bit different. And like you say, when you get past the Bellinghams and the Mbappes, and then you start getting, newly generated players, then the game becomes something more different and much more interesting. And that's what people want to see. Well, that could have won the game for us, because there's like 2-3 minutes of time added on. But we'll take a 0-0, AC Milan. This is okay. AC Milan have come into it a lot more. 30 years, I don't mind. I never play that deep into a save. The 10 league limit is what? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've got a good point there, Mike. But yeah, I mean, for me, having a YouTube channel, that's the kind of thing that I think would generate more views rather than just watching me, do the usual. Well, this is what's happened in the last 6 games. We're now going to play 2 games, and then that's it. That's generally the content of my of my channel. Yeah. Yeah, the porting saves thing is quite good, isn't it? Oh no, do we? We go top of the league. Oh God. I mean, we've been here before, haven't we? We were top of the league last season, and then it all went a bit pear-shaped. Although, to be fair, Bologna, Juventus and Inter Milan have only played 2 games, so it won't stay like that, will it? Kiss of death. Yeah, I know. I mean, normally you'd be like, yeah, Palermo, top of the league. And then I'm like, no, Palermo, top of the league. No, don't put us up there again. I'd rather kind of stay, I don't know, maybe top half of the table and just, be a half decent team. If they're going to do that to me again, well, I don't know. I'm not sure my head can take it, if I'm honest. I think we've actually got a few days now between till the next game. We think it's a week, I think. Let's have a look. Sampdoria, 9 days. Okay. Well, that's okay. It's giving the players a little bit of rest. United beating Newcastle. Newcastle have been shocking. Is that at Old Trafford or is it at St James Park? I've said though that to Jay who comes in, the Newcastle fan, I said it to him weeks ago. I mean, I like Eddie Howe. I think he's a nice bloke, and I have a lot of respect for him. He's a very good manager, but I think if Newcastle want to get to that next level, I mean, they are hamstrung. There's no doubt about it with all of the new financial rules that they brought in to basically stop them from getting up there. But I do think they need a better manager in there. Somebody who has got, like European experience and whatever. Mind you, it doesn't help, does it, when Isak down tools and wants to move. Oh, it's Old Trafford. Can't believe how bad Newcastle have been. Right, okay. I mean, it's been a weird Boxing Day as a football fan with no football on. But then they put one game on in the evening. It's mad. I'd like to see Newcastle get a Mourinho. Yeah, something like that, Joey. Something like that. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying Mourinho because I think he's a bit of a knobhead, but somebody who's got that European experience and who's a bit more high profile. And to be honest, I don't think they have any trouble finding somebody like that. Well, not finding them, but actually being an attractive proposition. Because Newcastle are an attractive proposition. Is it 1-0 to United? Oh yeah, I think it's a new thing, isn't it, from the Premier League, Trevor? I think it's always going to be like this now. Yeah, I mean we kick off at 12:30 tomorrow at Forest. I don't think that's going to be a very easy game, if I'm honest. Right. Okay. So proceed to team selection. Yes, please. No. Oh, hold on a minute. I didn't get a chance to do anything there. Why we're not? Oh, I did see my team. Yeah, 1-0. Okay. Sampdoria. I must admit, when I was thinking about teams to manage for the live save, Sampdoria, if I was going to do it Italy, Sampdoria or Palermo, it's going to be one of the two. I could have ended up as the Sampdoria manager. Arsenal's on at 10 a.m. tomorrow for me, Gordon Bennett. I'm just going to bump this up to positive. Ball over the top. Rincon, nice ball back to Ranocchia, gives the ball away. Kind of feel like these two wing backs have got to settle in a bit better at the moment. Go on, skin your man. No, don't want to take him on. Oh, clever. Oh, what a save from the keeper. What a save. How is basically living the football manager dream from lower leagues to the Champions League. Yeah. I think he's a very, very good manager, Eddie Howe. He's a kind of Notts Forest, Brighton, that kind of level of manager. Hey, come on, Pedder. Oh, the referee's got his finger to his ear. Is that going to be allowed or not? It's awarded. Good. 1-0. Right, okay. Nice header this at the back post. It's always difficult though, isn't it, trying to find that manager that will take you there. It's hard lines though. If you go to Old Trafford with the atmosphere there and you can't generate any enthusiasm because it sounds like they're playing really poorly. It's not ideal, is it really? What was that? What was that? Okay, we are going to say we're pleased. Another loose ball. Go on, keep the ball in the half. Keep it over there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The Premier League is going to be very interesting moving into next year because Arsenal generally collapse, don't they? And I mean, I don't know whether Liverpool are coming back or not. They've had one or two half decent results lately, so get your head on that crossbar. Brilliant. You know what? I'm going to drop to cautious. Oh, nicely in, Ranocchia. Nicely in. Okay, time to make some subs, which I don't think I did in the last game at all. All very, very tired. Okay, so we will bring... in fact, I should have done this in the last game. Arana needs to get on the pitch. And also Ascende needs to get on the pitch as well. Gallo, who's my... Oh, it's Vega, isn't it? Vega. I did try to sell Vega, but there were no takers at all. Rincon on the right-hand side. It's Perozzi. I kept hold of him. Did try to sell him, but there were no takers for him. 68 minutes. Let's not make them all. Let's just do that. It's another one of those 1-0 nail biters that Football Manager absolutely loves. They've had 3 shots now. Nothing on target though, so... Come on, can we get the second, please? Ball looped in. Ascende took off his head. Straight out to a blue shirt. Come on. Win the ball. Ooh, dear me. Frame at the goal. We're giving it straight back to him. Well, let's bring that final sub on. So who have we got up there? Macassa's injured, isn't he? Or actually, no, he's okay. Let's bring Macassa on. Right, let's do that. Yeah, I keep thinking about doing some... Because my whole intention when FM26 came out was to just start doing some tutorials for like new players that were coming into the game. And of course, we've got the women's football. So that, I mean, I don't know whether it has brought any new players into the game or not. But it's still, there's still glitches in there. There's still the fixture list or the schedule is not populating properly. And I'm not sure that you can do tutorials when the game is still, like I say, it crashed on me this week again. Okay, 4 games played, 4th place. I'll take that. If we can stay in and around there, that'll do. But I mean, obviously, again, we are, with teams like Inter Milan and AC Milan, we are overachieving, no doubt about it. We've got 24 million in the bank, which is a bit weird. Is that still the case? Oh, 21 million now, so it is dropping. When's the next game? Hellas Verona on the 13th of the 10th. Okay. What am I doing here? 13th of the 10th. 21st of the 9th. Right, let's put a friendly in. When 13th is on a Wednesday. Okay. How many friendlies could we get in there? Right, we'll do one on Saturday. And we'll just do, it doesn't really matter who we do. And then we'll do one on the 2nd, I think. Small club. Right, a couple of friendlies in there just to get a bit of fitness going. What day is that game on? 25th of the 9th. Right, okay. Can I just I don't know how this works actually, friendlies, because I don't deal with friendlies. So okay, so we've got 3 players away on international, but I want to try and get Arana some game time, and I want to give, well, let's bring him in. Let's give some of the fringe players a bit of a run out. Sende can play up top. Aldasoro. It's a bit of a shame for Aldasoro because I'm not sure whether he shouldn't be playing all of the time. Let's bring Flick in. And we'll do Wood needs some game time. Vega on the left, Perot's on the right, and any other central defenders we've got. We'll bring, he's a young kid. Oh, he's away on international, can't do that one then. Pedder we've already changed. Owerman, he can come on. Dear me. Let's bring Owerman on. Right. I mean, whether the assistant manager will change that or not, I don't know. Manchester City identify Mbappe as a prime target. Really, shock horror. I wonder how many people have got Football Manager for Christmas. I'd like to know the stats of how many people have been bought it or have bought it for themselves. Did we play that friendly? Oh, we did. 2-0 win. And then we're playing Catanzaro on the 2nd. Hellas Verona is the next league game coming up. Money in the Bank's dropping, isn't it? I think we started the episode on 24 million. We're down to under 20 now. So Money in the Bank is dropping. If it continues at that rate, we're going to be in minus figures by the end of the season. Gallo is injured again. I mean, really? He's out for 2 weeks. What's the score with him? Where do I find his medical record? Contracts, dynamics. Where do I find his medical record? Fitness, is that it? Injury history. So, since he's been with us, he's been injured 3 times. A tight thigh, a bruised knee, and now he's got a twisted ankle. And before that, he'd had 4 injuries in, well, going back to 2025. We're in 27 in game. So in 2 years, he'd had 4 injuries. He's come to us and he's had 3 injuries, and we've only kicked the ball a few times. I did do a what's it as well. Oh, it's the cup, is it? Right, okay. I did do, let me just see if I can find it. I struggle to find some of these things. Stages, cup. Serie B KT. God, it drives me mad, this. Serie A, there we go. And then I think going to here, is it media prediction? So the media prediction has not really changed very much. So we're predicted to finish 14th with 250 to 1 to finish 14th. Obviously, we'd like to do a little bit better than that. I mean, the thing that saved us last season, even though we had that horrific run, the thing that saved us was early season form. There's no doubt about it. Clinical finishing. So we won that 2-0 as well. Right, so that should have got a little bit of fitness up. God, I'm absolutely shattered. Dear me. I can't believe how tired I am. It's weird. It has been a busy week though, there's no doubt about it. I think I'll have to rest up this weekend. Tell you what I haven't done. I've not saved it for ages. Oh my word. Come on, how long do you want to take? That's weird, isn't it? So, well, was it? It might have been last season, but it was reporting that Real Madrid wanted Haaland. Haaland is now touting to Mbappe to move to City. Complicated, confusing, or what? Right, so it's the cup. This one, this Hellas Verona. It is the cup when we eventually get there. Right, okay, I think we'll leave... should we leave Ascende and Arana up front? We need to give them... Well, we need to give Arana some game time, so... okay. So Gallo is injured. He's left side, isn't he? So we'll have to play Vega there. Goalkeeper's back. That's good. That's fine. And we'll bring him back in. I mean, do we play Aldasoro? Or do we play... who we were playing there? Was it Wagner? Who is the better player between Wagner and Aldasoro? Not a lot in it. Aldasoro is probably slightly the better player. We need to bring Siebert back in, don't we? Right, so we've got Wagner, Peder. What footed is Peder? Right. So left-footed centre-backs, we've got Siebert and we've got Gomez. Right, let's move Siebert out there. And let's bring Pedro in. I just want to rotate these a little bit. Just so we don't get too... We need Ranocchia in as well, don't we? Ranocchia needs to go there. Right, I think that'll do. Rosé. No, it won't. Hang about. We need to get Rincon. Rincon wants to come in there. Right, okay. Eldasoro, Vega, Wood. Just wondering whether it's a good idea playing Wood. So Liverpool got a tycoon takeover and they immediately spent 300 million to bring in Vinicius Jr. Bloody hell. As if Liverpool need it. Right, we need to bring Wood on. I don't want to start him though, I don't think. I think what we'll do is we'll change these round again. Let's bring Gomez back in there again. We will bring Wood on, but let's bring Flick in for Palumbo. Right, quick save and we'll get into this one. You're very brave sticking with Southport, Mike. Very brave. Oh, there's not many fans turned out for this one. I think I said that myself, Stevie. Yeah, I think I said that myself. I mean, we finished 9th last season, which, to be honest, I would have been over the moon with. And I mean, if we'd have had those losses and draws, you know, split up in the season, it would have been nowhere near as bad. If we'd have started the season, you know, with maybe, I don't know, a couple of wins, say 3 losses and a draw or something like that, and would have been about, I don't know, 11th to 12th in the league, and then just stayed there and built and just, then it would have been all right. But that I don't know what happened. It was just weird. It's like Alex says, you know, that there has to be something that's caused that. Either the game is broke, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it is. But like he said, that, you know, maybe a lot of the players didn't have the proper mentality to maintain that. Because you always get spells, don't you? Even in real life, you get spells in a season where, you know, you'll lose a few games or you draw a few games and you go through that. But generally, you pull it round afterwards, don't you? But I think there were a few results for me that were kind of quite sort of telling. And I think one of the main ones was that one where we were winning 3-0 away from home. And I thought that was the point. I thought, right, here we go. We've turned it round now. That'll be the end of the run. And in the last 10 minutes, the game had the opposition score 3 goals. And we drew it 3-3. And that was the one for me that said, right, okay then. No matter what I do here, you're not going to give me the wins. I don't think we're playing particularly well here, actually. But you are right, Stevie. It would have been finishing 9th for our first season back in Serie A was, to be honest, was a terrific achievement. absolutely a terrific achievement. But the run that they put us on was just, I mean, it was soul destroying. Absolutely. Okay, so Hellas Verona. I am going to say I'm disappointed. Where are they? Hellas Verona. Right, okay. So they're in the second division. Does it not? Doesn't it give you the? Yeah, I mean, those kind of saves are really satisfying, aren't they, Mike? Very satisfying indeed. I mean, I'm not a big fan of taking a team from like the National League, North or South, and getting them right away. It's not my thing really. But I can imagine that it is very satisfying. Plus, like you say, if you can build a new stadium and get better facilities, then that's all got to help as well, hasn't it? Right, okay, we're giving them a bit of a kick up the shorts. Let's see if they can do any better in the second half. We're not just trying to do it all on his own. Right, I think we need to go attacking, don't we? We need to step it up a little bit. Come on, lads, we need to get through to the next round of the cup, because that would just be a bit silly. No idea where Ascende was going then. He always ends up wide, doesn't he, Ascende? Finish it. There we go. Roman Vega. Nice goal. Okay. Let's just drop back to positive. He is wanted as well, Ascende, so I don't know whether he's going to go. Right, okay, we're up and running. We've scored a goal. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, the thing I didn't like about it, Stevie, is that, it's bad enough if you're playing that kind of thing off camera. But, when you're on camera and you've no idea who's watching, you've no idea. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people watching who are not commenting and they're just sitting there and watching. And when you get that kind of a run where you don't win a game all night, it makes you look a complete idiot. Because one of the things that whatever you do on YouTube, generally, whether it's cake making or whether it's house building, repairing cars, playing Football Manager, you've got to look like you know what you're doing, because otherwise, unless it's a comedy channel, you do just look a complete idiot. And that's what really got to me. That, I'm not doing this. I'm just selecting the team and clicking buttons. We were winning brilliantly. We were top of the league, shiny green dots everywhere. And then all of a sudden they just decided to flick that switch and just make me look a complete and utter idiot. And believe it or not, I'm not a great fan of that. I don't like being made to look a fool. Yes, Ascende. I think at this moment in time, Ascende is a better player than Peeringer. But then Peeringer has only just come into the team, so... In FM24, you moved to Liverpool, Mike. My word, wash your mouth out. I like moving like into Europe though. I do like the European leagues. Well, they've got one back there, 3-1. What are we on? We're on 83 minutes. I've not made any changes again. Ah. Right, okay, Iran is looking okay. So let's bring... he can come on there. Flick can come on for a run out. We'll just stick him in the midfield there. Rincon, we have got a replacement for him. It's Vega we've not got a replacement for. We have to be careful with him as well. We need to get some game time for Wood, don't we? We'll just bring Wood on and we'll stick him back there just to get... He can run around a little bit and get a bit of fitness. And Wagner in for Aldasoro, I think. That will do us. Let's just have a look at this. Flick wants to go into midfield. He wants to drop in there. Wagner wants to drop in there. I think that'll do us. Okay, well, we should be going through to the next round of the Cup, which is quite nice. Oh, hang about, checking goal. Oh! It's bonus time. Oh, you're a Chelsea supporter, are you, Mike? Right, okay. You see, I mean, I kind of bang on a lot about like reality and I want it to be a simulator and stuff like that. But there's certain teams I have never and would never manage in Football Manager. I would never manage United. I would never manage Liverpool. I've managed Newcastle. Don't think I've managed Chelsea. Yeah, I can't bring myself to do it. I just can't bring myself to do it. It's still early doors though, isn't it? In FM26, you know, it's really only just come out. There's so much playing to do in it, and you know, you've got plenty of time to like move clubs and do something different. I do think though, for the sake of the channel, I am going to have to come up with something a little bit different. I mean, I might do some tuition videos, I think, although I've said the game's still not properly right, but there's maybe people have got it for Christmas and are struggling with it. But I still don't fully know my way around the whole thing, so... But what I find sometimes doing the tuition videos, you learn stuff yourself as well, so it has a bit of a dual purpose. I've got 83 views, so there's obviously a lot of people just bobbed their head in. If anybody has bobbed their head round the corner just to see what's going on, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. I'm managing Palermo, and this is the second season now in Serie A after getting promoted. Last season was going amazingly well, and then the second half of the season we just couldn't win a game. So this is the second season now. I've done quite a big transfer window, got rid of a lot of the squad, brought a load of new players in, and at the moment we have to say it very quietly, but we're doing okay. But after last season, I have no faith, really. I also always managed Manchester City back when they were in the second tier and big money came in. It wasn't much of a challenge anymore. Well, I mean, having said that, I would never manage Manchester City and Manchester United and Liverpool. I never managed Manchester City either. So I do like a challenge. So like you've just said there, managing City is. I won't say it's not a challenge, but it's not as much of a challenge as managing Southport, is it? Or Palermo in Italy. At some stage, I will end up back in Germany again with, some team who I'm just not fancied and try and get into the Bundesliga. Because I do love the German league. Right, all the sorrow. So who did I have playing? Now Flick is not getting much game time. This DM position. Di Gregorio is a young player. Wagner I did have playing there. I think probably what's his stamina like? Oh, he's got 15 for stamina. Right, okay. So he can definitely play that box to box. Footedness. He's right. Oh, the Saurus. Oh, they're both right-footed. Right, okay. Right. Gallo's back off his injury. Let's bring him in for one of the youth players. I've got quite a few youth players on the bench. I've decided not to send them out on loan this season, but having said that, they're still not getting a lot of game time. Gomez, Siebert and Pedder. I think that is my back three. But Wood does need some game time. He's a good player, Wood. Although he's only 2.5 star. Fringe player as well. Maybe I'm bigging him up more than he needs to be. Right, okay. What we're doing up front then? Are we going to leave Ascende and Arana on? I might switch them round a bit actually. Let's bring Pieringer on. Need to get him scoring a few goals. In fact, we'll change them both, I think. Let's bring Pieringer and Rykov on. Let's give that a save. Right, so we're away at Bergamo. Did we struggle against Bergamo last season? Is that not where did the rot not start with Bergamo? Did they not absolutely batter us 5-0? I always do a rest of the world save to Japan, Korea, Mexico. That's a good idea, Mike. That is a good idea, that. Yeah, loading leagues, Japan, Korea, Mexico, MLS, South America. That's a very good idea. I do need to come up with something. I must admit, I've said it before, that the one that I really, really enjoyed was the Brazilian team that I had, and then I ported that team into the Premier League. That was so much fun, so much fun. I really enjoyed that one. And it was a team of Brazilians that I built myself. It was just amazing. But of course, you've got to use the inbuilt things, haven't you, where you've got to take off the work permits and stuff like that. So it is a bit cheaty, but then once again, with the channel in mind, I've got to come up with ideas that are going to be engaging and fun. Right, let's get into this game. Let's see how we do. So what time is it now? It can't be that late because I didn't start till... it's only 9:15. Yeah, I started at 7:30 tonight, didn't I? We should be back to a normal schedule from next week, I would think. Everything dies down then, doesn't it? When's New Year's Day next week? Is it New Year's Day? Is it Thursday? It is Thursday, isn't it? So Friday is the 2nd. Right, I've got to keep my mind on the game because I'm not making subs when I should do. Right, I think we need to teach this team a lesson because I have a feeling. You see, look, they've set off on the front foot in this game as well. They're playing more or less the same formation that we are. Kilmarnock in Scotland as a save. I mean, it's not a bad shout, Stevie. It's not a bad shout. I've never managed in Scotland, so I don't know what it's like up there with regard to... they've done it again, look. This Bergamo team, we just can't beat them. Let's go attacking. Done exactly the same thing again. People seem to only like rebuilds and weird challenges for online content. Personally, I prefer regular slow-paced career to watch. It is weird, isn't it? You know, I mean, as individuals, we are all different, aren't we? And we are, you know, like pleasing the majority is really difficult. I mean, personally, I like this kind of save where, you know, if I do okay at Palermo, then, you know, I might get a job offered somewhere else, and moving on and then doing the rebuild again is proper interesting. Oh, now come on. That's the kind of thing where I was saying at the beginning of the episode, you know you're not going to win a game. That was a cert goal, that one. Bergamo again. This is unbelievable. I wonder where they are. Where are they in the league, this Bergamo? It's not going well, is it? Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the, you know, like do a transfer window and then holiday through a season to see how it, because you're kind of missing out, aren't you, on loads of stuff. Oh, look at this. We're back heeling the ball now. Here we go. This is going to be a goal, this. Peeringer. Hit it. Yes! I knew that was going in then. When he did that fancy back heel. Aldasoro. Nice goal, that. He scored a few last season, if I remember rightly. Right, come on, lads, now. Let's stop messing about. I'm just going to drop back to positive. I don't want to push too far forward. Nice finish, though, from Aldasoro. Like it. 4 shots, 2 on target. Nice time to score as well. Like, we just need a winner now. I don't like the fact, though, that I've just seen there that point blank shot that normally goes in and it hit the keeper. But you never know. Rykov with a goal. You never know. One thing I have noticed a little bit about this FM26 is it seems to be a little bit more, not a lot, but a little bit more unpredictable than I've seen before. I like FM24 generally on the console. If you were, I don't know, 1-0 down in a game, and it got to like the 80th minute, you knew you were going to lose it. In FM26, once or twice, not many times, but once or twice, I've seen a team come back and score 2 goals and win the game. So I don't know whether that's something that they're working on. Right, we are going to be pleased now. Fitness-wise, Vega is looking very tired. We have to be really careful with him. Right, let's bring Wood on. He can just... In fact, hold on a minute. We'll pull him back though. So Gomez can play out there. Can Siebert play out there? Right, Gomez can play out there. We'll do that because Wood is a centre back. We'll just keep him back and right, hold on a minute. What we're doing here now? Wood for Gomez. And change that round. Pedder should be there. This isn't set up right. I'll have to remember to do this. Right, okay. That'll do. Do we go as well? Do we go onto a cautious mentality? I think we go cautious. Try and protect this 2-1 lead. We need to work out how to beat this Bergamo team because I'm pretty sure when that bad run started last season, this was one of the games that did it. They absolutely battered us 5-0. And I think it was at home as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard encourage them in shouts. They're being very resolute. You're right there, Alex. It's their New Year resolution. The New Year resolution is to be resolute. I don't know. I've no idea how this is going to turn out. I'm kind of half hoping that if I stay near the top halfway through the season, somebody else will come in for me. Because I can just see this going pear-shaped again. I don't know what it is with this Palermo team. But yeah, being very resolute. I've used the shouts quite a lot, particularly in my Bradford save. And I've not seen them work once. So, I don't know whether I've given up on them a little bit. Anyway, we're winning 3-1 now, which is better. How many minutes on the clock? We need to make some subs. 4-1 now, Pedder. See, this is how the beginning of the season went last season. I don't know. He'll improve a fair bit. Oh, I had right in my current. All right, okay then. He'll improve a fair bit. Berate went down 1 goal. I don't think we have berate, Alex. In fact, we can have a look. What do we have? We have focus, fire up, demand more, and praise. See, we don't even have an encourage there. Encourage when scores are even. Demand more when in the lead. Are you sure, Alex? Oh, Bennett Rykoff. Is that a hat-trick for Rykoff? I was a bit unsure about him, you know, when I signed him. I thought he's only 2-star. But then I thought, well, he's, you know, I need 4 strikers. He can just be a backup. But he's actually banging the ball in the back of the net. Forget what I said then. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I'm looking in there when I'm, you know, when we're maybe drawing or something like that. I'm looking for encourage. It isn't there. I don't know why. Ooh, bloody hell! He scored 4 goals. The problem is now, you know, using Football Manager's general rules, is he probably isn't going to score again for about 6 games now. That's an absolutely awesome finish. That's beautiful. Right. Okay, we need to make some subs. We need to make some subs. Can you pause, please? No? Oh. Oh. I can't pause. That's bad. My team's absolutely shattered now. I can't make any subs. This happened once before, didn't it? Where I couldn't pause. Rykoff's on bloody fire. He might be shattered, but he's running around like a blue-ass fly. Look at this. We're even defending as well. What's this all about? Something we couldn't do in the second half of last season. I know we're not gonna know whether this experiment has worked or not until we get to the halfway point of the season. Because we did all of this last season. Well, address the team works, but pausing the game, resolute. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, hopefully, Alex, I've learnt something here. Hopefully. That too. Sometimes if you pause during a goal replay to do tactical changes, you can't pause anymore. Right, okay. Not looking at the league table. Don't want to know what the league table looks like at all. Right, let me just stop that there because I couldn't make any changes in that game. And that's not populated at all. So the Hellas Verona result's not gone in. Bergamo has not gone in. All right, okay. The next game is Como. Oh, we've got 7 days. So that's fine. I won't put any. Shall I put a couple of rest days in? No, let's not. It's always quite interesting when you sign a player and somebody in the chat says, "Oh, I've had him," and he was either he's rubbish or he's great or he improves, and that's always quite good. 6 of the best. Yep, we were. What we don't want. Oh no, we've already had it. We've had the kiss of death. Palermo maintain their unbeaten record at Bergamo's expense. As soon as you get that message, that's it. You're done for. Let me just... we can do this, can't we? Because I did it before. I'm just curious. Yes, it was. It was right. Bergamo. Yeah, so we beat Inter Milan 2-1, and then we drew away at Juventus 0-0, which is a fine result. Not a problem with that at all. Napoli, we got beat 3-2. Quite close again. But this is the one. That's where the wheels came off, I think. Because getting beat by Napoli 3-2 is okay. That's fine. We're Palermo. We don't expect to beat the better teams. But then at home, we got absolutely battered by Bergamo. And I think, did we get beat by them near the end of the season as well? Did they beat us twice last season? They did. So early on in the season, 30th of August, they beat us 1-0 at their place. So we got nothing out of them last season at all. Oh, well, that's a little bit of revenge, isn't it? Goal difference. That could come in really handy, whether it's at the top or at the bottom. Bit of goal difference never does you any harm, does it? I think the game's tomorrow in game, isn't it? Right, well, I'm not playing Rykov again because, like I say, he won't score now for a while. So we'll bring in Arana just to try and keep him happy. What are we looking fitness-wise? Aldasoro and Vega. See, that was something that you mentioned, Alex, like in that bad run. What are your average ratings looking like? And no, but I don't think anybody, I think there might have been 2 players in the whole squad had a green rating. Now there's only 1 player in the team who's not, and he's the DM. And generally DMs don't get decent ratings, do they, in Football Manager? Well, that's always been my experience anyway. Macassa's on an 8, but then he's not played that many games, has he? I mean, do we play Gallo? He's on a fitness. You know what? We'll bring him on at half-time, Gallo. I think we'll go with the same team again. Well, change the front two. Arana and Asende on up top. Just keep switching it a little bit. Right, okay, let's give it a save. Let's get into this. It's Como, this one. Yeah, I can't remember what I know I did something before I went to pause that game, but I can't remember what it was that I did. It could be the Neil Young t-shirt. The players love the new look. Oh my god! I wonder if they like. AC/DC. I might do AC/DC on Monday. Led Zeppelin. I've got loads of them. Right. Let's get this game underway. So we are away from home this time. We did go 1-0 down, though, in the last game. And, of course, our newfound resoluteness brought us back into it. So... yeah, I know, Mike. I know. Head, that's the one. Come on, you need to use your heads, centre-backs, and you need to use your heads. Oh, good save from Bazunu. I mean, that Bergamo goal in the last game was ridiculous. He just went between 2 central defenders and nodded it in the back of the net. Nobody made a move for it. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, I'm going to push it up to positive in this game. Yeah, he's one person I've never seen live, Neil Young. I wish I'd have seen him live. I've seen Zeppelin live, although it was a long, long time ago. And I did have tickets to go and see AC/DC at the Etihad with my brother. And I queued and I got him. I was over the moon. I messaged him and he said, oh, fantastic. And then I did a bit of research on it. And I think Axel was doing the singing for him. Then there was only Angus, who was an original member. The rest of them had all either died or given up or whatever. But I just didn't fancy. I didn't fancy going seeing him with Axel up front, so I got my money back. We didn't. In the end, we didn't go and see him. Ed, keeper. Nicely won, Vega. Oh, that's a nice run from Arana. Oh, and it's gone in. I mean, did Arana touch that? Because if he did, that was a terrific goal. Is it going to get disallowed? It's disallowed. What a shame. Did he get a touch on that then? He did as well, but he was offside when the ball was played. Really? That's interesting. I watched I watched a few documentaries on ACDC now, and really interesting. Really interesting. He had photo albums filled with the stuff. My God, that's a real story, isn't it? That. Bon Scott was a great frontman, great singer. He's bloody bonkers though, isn't he? What's his face? What am I doing here now? Addressing the team. I'm going to say we're disappointed actually. But I think we're going to bring on at half time, we're going to bring Gallo on. Let's get some fitness into him. I might bring Macassar on as well. You know, he's on an 8. I mean, he's not played that many, but he's got a really good average rating. AC/DC stole him off another band. Oh, well, I mean, it's quite well known that, isn't it? Like there's a famous band beginning with B. They stole somebody off another band. The great band AC/DC. I absolutely love them. That I don't know whether you've seen the video though. When I think it's in this country, I think it is. And they're playing at like one of the old theatres, and then Angus disappears and ends up on the bloody balcony. I mean, just it's absolutely bonkers. Right, we don't seem to be doing the job. Although we have had 8 shots, couple on target. XG's a bit low though. It's not like Asende doesn't know where the back of the net is, because he does. And Arana's been whinging his head off and has scored goals. There we go, this might be it. Gallo. Yes, Asende. Just talking about him. Every time I say that net Gallo, that it just reminds me of the Led Zeppelin song Gallows Pole. Nice header that though. Positive. Right, let's drop back to cautious. Try and keep it tight at the back. I think they're the one band who I'm really sad that I didn't get to see when I was younger. I would have loved to have seen AC/DC live. Oh, come on. They don't have to put a show on though, don't they? There's the video of the concert at the River Plate concert, and the bloody the audience in that are just. It's a bit frightening watching it actually, because anybody in the middle of that who maybe was a bit claustrophobic or whatever would be having the heebie-jeebies, but they don't have to know how to get a crowd going AC/DC. Right, more changes. We made 2, didn't we? Okay, Rincon is tired again, so Perosi can come on for him. And I think we'll change the 2 DMs. Flick can come on, and also Wagner, wherever he is. There we go. That's 5 changes. Right, okay. It's narrow. It's 1-0. Can we hold on to it or not? I mean, the end of last season, we wouldn't have held on to this, because they would come back and score 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. Offside? No. Checking goal. Come on, you can disallow that one if you want. That it's awarded. That's a shame. Yeah, I much preferred Bon Scott over Brian Johnson. I love all the early stuff that he sang on. Turn and hit it. Oh no, what? Cert goal, that one. Last chance saloon to get a winner. Oh, and that's missed as well. Oh, that feels like... I'm disappointed with that one. Come on, lads. We can do better than that. It's Como. Where are Como in the lead? In the league. Oh, Mbappe's gone to City. I've seen what Bond's prison cell at Fremantle Prison. It was part of a tour. Right, okay. Where are Como in the league? They're 13th. Right, okay. Let's do that because I don't know when the next game is. Right, let's have a look. Next game is in 3 days' time. All right, here we go. Here's the fixture congestion coming up. So we'll have to give them some... hold on a minute. What was the date of the next game? 26th. We're on the 24th. We can't really give them 2 days now, can I? I've just missed it ever so slightly. We'll just give them 1 day's rest. What time is it now? Quarter to 10. Play a couple more games, I think. Right, so 2 away games on the trot here. We've got Udinese now. Palermo's Arana in Come and Get Me plea. What value has he got? 7 million. Right, okay. And Cordoba and Granada want him on loan. Okay. So I think we'll change the front 2 again. So Peering G. In fact, shall we leave a Sende on and play him with Rykov? Let's try that combination. Let's bring Gallo in for a full game. Right. Let's give that a try. I'm going to be very lucky if Rykov scores in this game. I think it was, did he score 4 goals in that, the last game he played in? So I'll be very lucky if he scores again. But you never know. Resolute and all that. Viewing numbers are well down tonight. I remember that first night when the game had been released. I think I had 2,500 views on my analytics screen. It was a bonkers night, that. Okay. I don't think we played badly in that last game. We just couldn't hit the target. There was at least 2 point blank shots that just didn't go in, that would normally have gone in. Let's push it up to positive again. Go on, push it up again. Push it up, that's it. No, keep the ball up on that right hand side. No, the ball's in the wrong area of the pitch now. No good. Good save by Bazunu. I think we're going to give him a demand more. First time I've used the shouts tonight. Let's give him a demand more. Come on, lads. We're top of the league. Although we're not looking at that, so... Yeah, you see, that's why we've not got that kind of play switched on. We don't go long ball. We're not doing long ball. What was that all about? Let's go attacking. Go on and send a lad. I've lost it. Come on, give me my shouts back. I want to shout at them again. Come on, demand more. Give us a highlight. No. Udinese are proving a bit of a tough nut to crack. Can we get an equaliser for half time? No, lost the ball. Okay, there's a little shift here, isn't there? Things are not going quite as well as they were. The little shift there I'm just seeing. I'm going to encourage them. I'm not going to shout at them. Don't try. Oh, I was going to say don't try and take everybody on, but what are those three players doing round Ascende there at the up top? Oh, Bazunu. Yeah, definitely, Mike. Yeah, definitely the Bundesliga. Love it. But I must admit, I quite like the idea of loading up a load of leagues that I've never played in before and doing a save, like, you know, maybe starting in Japan or something like that. I quite like that idea. Yeah, I'll just like the bundle. I mean, you know, there's lots of reasons why I like it, but one of the main ones is it's the money that's available. I see. So there's a shift happened, hasn't there? So those tap-ins that were happening, we're not getting those now. They're just hitting people's ankles and stuff. So I think it's the match engine's cack-handed way of saying, right, you're going to go on a little bit of a slump here. Which is okay. At this time of the season, it's okay. You know, if we go on a little bit of a slump, but as long as we pick it up again, that's okay. As long as it doesn't happen like it did last season. Right, okay. So, Rincon, very tired. Frustrated as well. Aldasoro, tired. Gallo, tired. Both of my wing-backs, very tired. Okay, who can we bring on here? Who can we bring on? What's his stamina like? It's not too bad. Right, let's switch those round. We'll bring Wagner on here. Try and get Dubasarski a bit further up the pitch. Pirose is going to have to come on. Gallo is tired, so we're going to have to bring Vega on. And up front, how's Ascende playing? Ascende is anxious on a 6.44, so we'll bring Peeringer on. Okay, change is made. Let's give him a fire up. Let's fire him up. See what happens. Japanese league, fully licensed, player photos and very competitive. Yeah, you might be talking me into doing a Japanese save here, Mike. Keeper. Lorenzo Luca. There's one of my favourite players of all time, Lorenzo Luca. Had some good times with him over the years. I don't know what I'm watching that again for. Okay, so we've had multiple chances to score in this game, and it's hitting anything but going in the back of the net. Vega there can't even get his cross in, so we get a draw. I mean, that happened to us a lot at the end of last season, winning games 2-0 and drawing it 2-2. Can we get a draw out of it? Is that a thing? Is that allowed? Why, that's the ball. Oh, we've had 3 of them in this game. They're normally always goals, those. Clever. Dubasarski put one in straight from the... No, the keeper's made an absolutely world-class save on that one. Right, okay. Oh, well, I mean, you know, it's... it is what it is. Right, I think we'll play another game and then might call it a night, I think. Because I am absolutely shattered. The games are free on YouTube legally. Bloody hell. Was that another world-class save then? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. You know what? I'm beginning to think that the top position in Serie A is the kiss of death for Palermo, because before this game kicked off, we were top of the league again. God. Oh my word. Yes, we are disappointed. Right, who's the next game now? Just got to be careful here as well. I think it might be one of the things, might be, and weirdly, I mean, we've got a virtually different squad here, but it might be tiredness, because all the games that we've been winning have all been 7 days apart. That was the first game that was 3 days apart, and I think the next one as well is 3 days. Just need to try and catch that quickly so I can get some rest period in. The next game is Empoli on the 31st. Right, we'll get a couple of days rest in there then in that case. Oops, that didn't work. Training restaurant players for 2 days. Lorenzo Luca scored 20 headers per season. Bloody hell. Yeah, I've had him a few times, Lorenzo Luca. Marcus Leonardo as well, he's another one I've had an awful lot. But it's one thing I do try. That's why I don't tend to, you know, like people come in the chat and, oh, go and look at him, go and look at him. I don't like to do that. I like to try different players and find my own players. I think that's a trend, though, I've seen over the years where, you get a player like Rykov, for instance. He scores 4 goals in a game and has the game of his life, and then he won't score a goal then for about 3 months after that. And it's I've seen it loads of times. That it's great, but now I know Football Manager so well. When you see them goals going in, and you in game, you're like, 4 goals, fantastic, love it. But at the same time, your heart sinks, thinking, but that means he's not going to score now for months. So you just know it's coming. It's a bit of a bummer, really. Okay, Empoli at home. Still early days. We only played 7 games. That's be the 8th game in Serie A. Inter Milan make it 26 unbeaten. 26. I don't think I've ever had a team in Football Manager have an unbeaten run of 26. And I've had some great teams. Never had that kind of a run. Right, what forward 2 do I go with in this game then? We are all starting to look okay now then. Aldasoro's fitness has come up quite well. I think we might go with the same team again, actually. I might bring Arana in instead of Rykov. Might give him a few games off now, given the fact that he's probably not going to score. He's got 5 goals. So Sende's got 4. And who's the other fella? Peeringer's got 2 with 2 assists. Quite good. My current striker is a false 9, hasn't scored in half a year. My box-to-box midfields do most of the scoring. I basically have Gerrard and Lampard in the Championship. Oh my God. I'm just kind of thinking whether I actually put 2 target forwards on the pitch. Gary, think you will what? I don't understand. Think you will manage game trophy of the season unbeaten? I don't understand you, Gary. Are you saying do I think I'll go through the season unbeaten? I mean, I have got beat, so. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of sticking the 2 target forwards and put 2 target forwards on the pitch. Because I've got these 2 here are hitting the byline and hitting the target forward. They've got 2 to aim for now. Get the in-game achievement in some season. I don't think I've ever, that's never happened to me, Gary. I don't think I've ever managed any team and got that achievement. I mean, my teams generally struggle to get. If I get a message, it doesn't matter who I'm playing, managing. If I get a message saying maybe 12 games unbeaten, I know I'm going to get beat. I know it's going to happen because I never get over about 12 games. Never do. So I don't know what that says. I don't know whether that says something about me as a player, the players that I sign, the way I play. I don't know. I'm not sure. Right. We're at home, lads. I'm going to start on a positive mentality as well. Can we... we've had a little bit of a blip there, so can we get back on winning ways? Now, we don't want this to go in a losing run, because if we do that, then, you know, it's like the end of last season, isn't it? Right, so Empoli are, at the moment, are the better of the two teams. Back to him. That's it. Right, get the ball in the box now. That's it. That's the ball. That was nicely played, that. Back to him again. That's the one. Whip it in the box. And this time, if you notice, it didn't hit the back of somebody's head. It didn't hit the crossbar. It didn't hit the post. It actually went in the back of the net. That's not happened for a couple of games. I'm going to drop back to a cautious mentality. Go on, Rincon. Ooh, throw into the penalty area. It's a bit poor though, wasn't it? Get it out wide. Oh, he slid it. Oh, look, here we go again. How many saves have the goalkeepers made in the last 3 games? Good. Nice clearance. Half time. Okay, we're going to give him some praise. Any tiredness? No, there isn't. Are we all playing okay? Yeah, we're all playing fine at the moment. Gallo is on an 8.3. Come on, Gallo, you need to work those 1-2s on that side. Worked really well in that other move. Get it up the other end of the pitch. Gallo's looking really tired again. We need Rincon to be doing the same thing on the right-hand side. Come on, can we get a second goal? Because I fear if we don't, it's going to go 1-1 this. Pen that, ref. No, okay. Ooh, look at... Oh, now that was nice from Gallo. That was beautiful from Gallo. Oh, it's going to... Oh, it's been awarded. Thank God for that. Right, go on. What happened here? Gallo did some beautiful work there, didn't he? Oh, skips inside. First time ball, bump back of the net. Beautiful. Right, okay. We need to make some changes. Okay, Gallo looking very, very tired. So we'll bring Vega on for him. In fact, we will change both wing backs, I think. We'll bring Masaka on. He can have a bit of a game. And I think we might change one of the centre-backs. I've not been doing much at the centre-back position. Wood can come on for Peda. 4 changes. Okay, we're on a cautious mentality. Right, okay, let's see if we can see this game out. Still a while to go, isn't there, really? 20 minutes. Ball up the other end. Get it up the other end. That's it. Keep it away from Bazunu. Up the other end. Oh, it's lasting too long, this second half. Up the other end. Get the ball away from Bazunu. Right, surely we've got it now. How many minutes of time added on have we got? 4 minutes of time added on. We should have a 2-0 out of this one. Okay, another resolute performance there. Right. Let's address the team. Let's be delighted. Right, okay. So we're in 4th. I mean, we're not looking at the league. We're not looking at the league. But just with, you know, we're 4th. Played 8 games, 17 points. We're 3 points behind Inter Milan. But it means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. Right, do we need to put some more rest days in here? Match day. And we are playing Cagliari next. On the 6th. No, I don't think we need to, do we really? We're fine. Right, I think I'm going to call it a night there. And I'm absolutely shattered. We'll give that a save. So doing okay. But, you know, we did this last season, didn't we? And then that second half of the season. I mean, I'm kind of hoping it is what Alex has said. And I brought in, driven, resolute, whatever. And I've learnt something. I'm hoping it is. Because that will help me in a lot of my other saves, won't it? You know, like the Bradford save and whatever. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I didn't mind managing in. Who did I manage in Holland? I can't remember who it was now. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Mike. Not a bad run. Have a good. Yeah, thank you. Same to you, Alex. Thanks very much for coming in. And 5:30 in Australia. Dear me. Yeah. Thanks to everybody who's coming tonight. Thanks to everybody who's commented and contributed. And Groningen, you're right, it was Groningen, Stevie. Yeah, I can always rely on somebody to give me the information that I need, because I've got head like a sieve. I can't remember. Love the Dutch save. Yeah, it was. I seem to remember it being quite good fun, that one. Yeah, Japan kind of. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like Japan, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure really. Anyway, yeah. Well, I'm going to call it there, and I'm going to have to get to bed and get some sleep. And well, we kick off in the morning. Well, kick off at midday, 12:30 City play. So I'll just about be out of bed and have my breakfast by the time we're kicking off. I don't get up early these days. I used to be a baker. Used to be up every day at 4 o'clock in the morning. So these days I have a lie in and make the most of it. Right. Okay. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for contributing, and we will hopefully, unless something else happens, I'll hopefully see you on Monday night, and we'll carry on this Palermo save and see how far we can get, and hopefully avoid that second half of the season collapse that we had last season. But who knows? All you can do is just click the mouse button, can't you? Play the game, and then everything else is out of your control. Right, okay, I'm going to call it, and like I say, I'll see you on Monday. Thanks very much, Steve. Yeah, Steve, it's nice to see you all in around Christmas. And have a nice weekend, everybody. And if you're still off work and whatever, then have a good rest. Okay, I'll see you on Monday, hopefully.